Alright, this is a Kuhn GF440T hay tedder, and I couldn't find any videos out on YouTube on how to work on these, so I thought I'd share a little bit of what I found out. The issue we were having was the tines between these two turrets were knocking. They were not timed appropriately, and so the tines would end up catching on each other, bending, and I had to replace them all. So the way that I had to fix it was the two center ones were turning fine, but this outside one on both sides was catching. And so I couldn't figure out how to get these things fixed without having to try to flip the whole thing over, from what I could see on forums. But what I found is if you take a jack right here and lift this up and then come in here, there are two roll pins, one inside the other. If you knock both of those out, just not all the way out, but just enough to where they're clearing the shaft for the wheel assembly, then you can take a hammer and hit right here and separate this gap even wider till you disengage the teeth from the shaft connected back to the main gearbox and the gear teeth for this turret itself. So you take a hammer, knock it down, line up your tines in between the other tines exactly halfway, and then lower your jack and knock this with a hammer back down, line up your hole, and put your roll pins back in. And you can just keep doing that until you've got it lined up. This thing only takes 14 or 15 horsepower on the PTO, so you can just turn your tractor on idle and engage the PTO just enough to let it turn a little bit and see if they're still going to hit. And if they are, turn off the PTO, jack it back up, knock the pins back out, adjust it again, and rinse and repeat. Anyway, thought I'd share on how to fix the timing on one of these old style Kuhn GF440T hay tedders. It's also the same as the New Holland 158, and I believe the John Deere 730 as well. Thanks.